curve. Are these two dissolution curves the same?
I think they are the same.
Yeah, bingo! Therefore, the fitting degree is the similarity of these two dissolution curves. The F2 value is scientifically calculated through the formula to judge the similarity of these dissolution curves. You see, the first group curves are the same, then the similarity is highest, and the F2 value reaches 100, which means the fitting degree is theoretically best. Let's look at the second and the third group of dissolution curves. Shimei, which group do you think the fitting degree is higher?
Oh, I don't know.
Alright, through scientific calculation by the formula, the F2 value of the second group of curves is greater than 50, and the fitting degree meets the regulatory requirements. The F2 value of the third group of curves is greater than 60, and the fitting degree is higher than the regulatory requirements. This also means that the generic drug in the third group have a higher probability of passing the B test. Next, it's time to introduce our product. The RB tablet is a generic drug under development by our company. Since its safety is high, it's the first choice for preventing venous thrombosis. In the domestic market, its sales have reached $3.06 million with a compound growth rate of 42.6% in the past 5 years. During the research process, we calculate the F2 value of fitting degree of RB tablets. The average F2 value is 49.3, failing to meet regulatory requirements.
The team members analyzed the dissolution date of RB tablets, and from the dissolution of the sample, we prepare an all-natural dandan of the original drug. Therefore, the faster dissolution of RB tablet is the core problem of this project.
Then, combining the regulatory requirements and the F2 values of the company's other products that passed the consistency evaluation, we set the target, improving the F2 value of dissolution curve of RB tablets greater than or equal to 60. After setting the target, we made analysis on technology feasibility, material basis, personnel quality, and company support. All the team members believe that the target was achievable.
We also formulated a QC activity schedule as per PDCA cycles jittering and carried out QC activity based on this schedule.
The next part is course analysis and root cause verification. First, let me introduce the production process of RB tablet. After mixing API and excipients like microinstilled cellulose, granulation and drying are carried out by the equipment fluid bed dryer. Then the dry granules are made into tablets. In the following, the tablets are coated. Finally, the coated tablets are packaged to obtain RB tablet. All the team members made a comprehensive assessment of each process as per guidelines of FDA's Quality by Design for ANDS and ISHQ8. We determined that critical processes causing the fast dissolution of RB tablet are granulation, tableting, and coating. Then we conducted analysis on these processes. The possible root causes are shown in the following tree graph.
Then we verified about possible root causes. Cross-run two small API particle size. We made comparative tests after applying the API with different particle size. As the results show that particle size has significant influence on the problem. This is a root cause. Cause 2. Excessive amount of microcrystalline cellulose. We made comparative tests by different amount of this material. As the results show that the different amount of this material had no significant influence on the problem. This is not a root cause.
Cause 3, 4, and 5. Insufficient amount of adhesive, excessive amount of disintegrate, excessive amount of lubricant. We conducted tests by applying different amounts of these materials. The results show that different amounts of these materials had no significant influence on the problem. They are not root causes. Cause 6. Fluid bed dryer. Spraying speed is too fast. From the test results, we knew that the spraying speed had a significant influence on the problem. This is a root cause. Course 7. Optimization pressure of fluid bed dryers too low. We conducted tests by different optimization pressures. The results show that the pressure had a significant influence on the problem. This is the root cause. Course 8. Inlet air temperature of fluid bed dryers too low. We conducted tests by different air temperatures. The results show that it had a significant influence on the problem. This is the root cause.
Course 9 and 10. Calibrating pressure and coating pressure are wrong. We carried out experiment by applying different calibrating pressure and coating rates. The results show that just two causes had no significant influence on the problem. They are not root causes. Finally, we determined the following four root causes. After determining root causes, we moved to the fourth part, solution formulation and implementation. Then, focusing on the above four root causes, all the team members discussed and formulated the following potential solutions. Firstly, we made research on the root cause 1. The existing API was crushed to make the practical size D90 approximately equals to 6 micrometer, 9 micrometer existent. Then, we conducted experiments with these APIs. According to the test results, we selected API practical size between 12 micrometer to 50 micrometer.
Regarding the three parameters of fluid bed dryer, the team members made reference as the cases in the FDA's Quality by Design ANDAS and applied the design expert software to conduct experiment designs on the three parameters. In order to achieve the target better, we set F2 value greater than 60 and dissolution data that meet the expected F2 value, and optimize them through the response optimizer. Finally, the team members obtained the optimal parameters within the above-mentioned parameter range. Spring speed 20%, optimization pressure 135 plus minus 10,000 Pascal, inlet air temperature 55 plus minus 5 centigrade. The following are the final countermeasures and solutions.
Well done, Yiman! We found solutions!
Yes, thanks a lot, Shuimei. That's good news.
Next, focusing on the root causes, all the team members discussed countermeasures through brainstorming. We also formulated countermeasure schedule by 5W1H as per the final solutions. Implementation 1. Controlled practical size of the API in the optimal rate. We conducted an qualification audit of the API supplier and signed a quality agreement with it. And the testing results of the API provided by this supplier were satisfactory.
Implementation 2. Control the process parameters in the optimal range. We drafted a pilot production protocol and conducted 3 batches pilot production. We recorded the parameters of the fluid bed dryer. They are consistent with the target value and can run stably on the equipment. According to conclusions obtained from the above-mentioned research, our QC Circle conducted 6 batches of pilot production, and the average F2 value was 63.3. Compare the F2 value of 15 degree of RB tablets dissolution curve before and after the activity. It was improved from 49.3 to 63.3. We achieved our targets! Yeah, Shuimei, we made it!
Yeah, I'm so excited!
Yes, through this QC activity, we have successfully improved F2 value. The B test was successfully passed. In July 2020, RB tablet's registration approval has been obtained. It means the RB tablet has obtained its marketing qualification.
In addition, this project won the first prize in 41st Conference for National Pharmaceutical QCC. Our QC Circle also won the title as the company's Excellent QC Circle. The successful marketing of RB tablets will save treatment costs for patients, which complies with company's mission.
Shuimei, it's time to consolidate these achievements.
In order to consolidate the achievements, we modified the specification and production procedures of RB tablets. Then, we organized training and examination of the update documents, and the workshop leaders also checked the actual operation.
Meanwhile, we conducted 6 batches pilot production and monitored the dissolution curve of RB tablets continuously. The F2 value of 15 degree of RB tablet's dissolution curve was stably controlled above 60. Our solutions are stable and effective. In the meantime, solutions of improving the F2 value of 15 degree can be applied to other products, and the tool design expert has been applied to other parameter research.
The final part is summary and future plans. For this project, we carried out a spare PDCA cycle stuttering. The activity ran on generally in parallel with the schedule.
As for the teamwork, the team members analyzed the causes of the problem together. And during this project, our team encountered some difficulties, but we overcame them together. We also cooperated with other departments in our company. Through this QC activity, the team members' average abilities have been improved as well.
Oh, Iman, our QC circle is coming!
Whoa, that's wonderful!
We are Team QC Circle. We are number 1. Yeah!
In order to make more products in our company pass the consistency evaluation, our next PDCA project is Improve Content Uniformity of Product A. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Third of the Fortune Global 500.
Thank you for listening.
Well, thank you very much. Good presentation. Well, the Bangladesh Georgie, do you have any question?
Thank you, sir. Team Jayan, thank you very much for your nice presentation. Thank you, sir.
May I ask one question for
Yes.
code number 36? How many meetings did you have to solve this topic?
About 8 times, 8 meetings.
80 times.
8, yeah.
8.
Yeah, 8. 7, 8, yeah, 8.
8 times.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I see. Okay. 8 meetings. You mean the 8 meetings?
Yeah. Actually, during the 8 times of meetings, we have different the meeting contents, such as we organize the study of the QC tools, and sometimes we also arrange different tasks of all the team members, and we also made reports to the higher leaders about the progress of all the projects, and we also made the conclusions of the experience we got from this project, and then we can follow the good experience and share the very good aspects to other members.
Well, thank you for your explanation. The internet connection is unstable, I think. Anyhow, you mentioned me the 8 times you meet to solve the problems, the topic, 8 times. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me, I'm ready for other questions. Do you have any other questions?
No.
For me, no question. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome to China. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely we will come. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Okay. Can we leave now?
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah, sure.
definitely.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You may leave. Thank you.
Hello. If anybody there? Hello, good morning. You can unmute yourself. Please start your presentation.
Good morning, distinguished judges. Good morning.
Yes, you can start.
Our call number is CHN037. CHN037. We come from China. Shall we start now?
Yes, you can start.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Third of the Fortune Global 500 list. State Great Corporation of China, a leader in global energy transition and pioneer in serving the country and the people, is devoted to building world-class integrated enterprise with outstanding competitiveness since founded. During the energy revolution, Luoyang, a famous historical city, is being reborn in modern civilization. Nearly 20,000 sets of electrical equipment are continuously transmitting sufficient energy to thousands of homes. There is a group of electrical power doctors named Hello Craftsman QC Circle, which consists of 12 members and have won excellent achievements. They used scientific quality control methods to improve work quality and efficiency. This is Sun Mingting and Sun Ruiming. They are electrical test technicians. And this is Wang Jipeng, an electrical maintenance worker. Today, what kind of QC project will they share?
Distinguished judges, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today, I'm excited to introduce our QC project from 5 parts, which is about the detection of high-voltage switchgear. We carried out our activities in strict accordance with PDCA process. The first part, the selection
is like master electric switch in our house, which controls the power supply in an area. When there is a partial discharge, it may break down. Then, a large power outage will occur and the electrical equipment may be damaged.
Right. According to statistics, 85% of destructive failures in the switchgear were due to partial discharge during the 20 years from 1997 to 2017. Therefore, in 2017, our company launched the partial discharge business and required the detection accuracy rate to be no less than 90%.
From October to December in 2017, we detected the enclosed high-voltage switchgear for 381 times, of which 290 partial discharge detection results were consistent with actual equipment conditions, and the detection accuracy rate was only 76.12%. It's far from the company's requirement. So terrible.
Don't worry,
let's define the project as improving the detection accuracy of partial discharge in enclosed high-voltage switchgear.
Then we conducted a status survey. We used the stratification method to investigate the cracks from time, voltage level, error position, and the detection steps.
Look, the Pareto diagram showed that high signal acquisition error rate of the 35 kV switchgear bus was the crux of low accuracy.
So how much can the detection accuracy be improved?
We made an investigation. Zhenjiang and Luoyang power grids are similar in scale, and the 35 kV bus signal acquisition has only 3 errors. If we can solve 95.2% of the cracks, it can be improved to 91%.
Yes, it will be our target. Okay, let's see how the circle analyzes the cracks.
We brainstormed and used fishbone diagram to analyze the causes from man, machine, measurement, method, and the environment. 11 possible causes came out.
So which are root causes?
We developed detailed confirmation schedule to identify root causes.
Number 1, long distance from sensor to detection point. According to detection standards, the distance should be within 2 centimeters. However, when detecting top-off switchgear and busbar bridge, the distance is usually greater than 30 centimeters. It's too long.
Then we carried out 45 groups of simulation tests, and we concluded that error time was strongly correlated to the distance from scatter diagram. Obviously, the longer distance of detection, the greater error times will be. It has a great impact on the cracks. It can be confirmed as the root cause.
Yes, we found the root cause. How about number 2, high temperature in the high voltage chamber? And number 3, high humidity in the high voltage chamber?
In the same way, we conducted the simulation tests, and the bar graph showed that error times of signal acquisition hardly changed under the different temperature or humidity conditions.
They are not root causes. How about number 4, large mechanical vibration interference of switch gears?
We can see there's no correlation between the cracks and the amplitude of mechanical vibration, so it is not root cause.
Number 5, high interference noise in the high voltage chamber. After simulation tests, we counted the relationship between interference noise and the cracks. This is strong correlation on the scatter diagram.
Yes, that's it, a root cause.
Let's move to number 6, lack of professional training, and number 7, less monthly average detection times.
Look at the bar graph. Obviously, they have little impact on the cracks, so they are not root causes.
Number 8, excessively narrow detection frequency range. According to investigation, 36% of partial discharge signals cannot be detected.
Then we conducted simulation tests and found that when the signal frequency is over 700 MHz, the error times of signal acquisition will increase greatly.
Such a great impact on the cracks. It's another root cause.
As to number 9, 10, and 11, we conducted simulation tests through control variable method. From scatter diagrams and bar graph, we found they all have less impact on the cracks, so they are not root causes.
Finally, we found out 3 root causes, including high interference noise in the high voltage chamber, excessively narrow detection frequency range, and the long distance from sensor to detection point. Then the third part, solution formulation. We brainstormed and constructed tree diagrams to summarize alternative countermeasures.
For root cause 1, we use simulation test to quantitatively analyze the effectiveness, feasibility, economy, service of life, and safety, and choose the countermeasures of noise erasure method.
For the second root cause, we use the UHF detection method to broaden our detectable frequency range, which can cover all the partial discharge frequency range, from 200 MHz to 1.5 GHz.
For root cause 3, we select the detection auxiliary tool to shorten the detection distance. We use PDPC method, and furthermore, we optimize 4 parts of the tool to get the best countermeasures in root cause 3.
In conclusion, the best countermeasures of the 3 root causes are noise erasure method, adopting the partial discharge method, and making the detection orientation. Now, let's see how the circle to achieve their countermeasure goes.
We implemented each item in strict accordance with the plan. Implementation 1. Turn off the fluorescent lamps, fans, and other interference sources when entering high voltage chamber. We use the signal experiment method to design and make a silencer and install it on the sensor.
After implementation, the average value of noise interference detection in 35 kV high voltage chambers was 1.37, less than 10 dB.
The goal was achieved. Implementation 2. We introduced UHF detector, optimize the process, and organize the professional training. Our members cannot start working until they pass exam.
After implementation, the detectable frequency range can completely cover all partial discharge effects, and the detection error values were all less than 2 dB.
This goal was also achieved. Implementation 3. We use the signal experiment method and golden section method to select the materials, design, and install the tool. Now, let's watch the video.
Step 1. Determine the model and size of the 4 parts of the detection auxiliary tool. Step 2 is the orthogonal experiment to design the flexible arms. And where are the design joints of the flexible arms? Step 3. Make the flexible arms according to the joints. Step 4. Install the detector on the gimbal stabilizer. Step 5. Use the golden section method to find the most stable point for installation. Then assemble all components. Finally, install Bluetooth transmitter, which realizes wireless transmission of detection data. Tool has passed the safety quality inspection and has no negative effects. With the help of the tool, the distance from sensor to all detection points, including the busbar bridge and the top of the switchgear, are less than 2 centimeters. The goal of the 3rd implementation was achieved.
Good job! Let's have an effect. From July to September in 2018, the detection accuracy rate has increased to 92.17%.
Our target has been achieved.
Yes.
Look at the Pareto diagram. The cracks has also been eliminated.
Wow, wonderful!
Our project saved $62,000 in economic losses, 34% of detection time, and $46,000 in labor costs.
Meanwhile, we have discovered 8 partial discharge effects in switchgear in time. It has avoided 35 kV bus outage accidents for 5 times. Remarkable benefits in economy and sociality has been achieved.
In the 5th part, we standardized the effective countermeasures in October 2018.
We revised the enclosed high voltage switchgear partial discharge detection operation guide and compile the production standards, processing technology, and instruction of the detection auxiliary tool and sensor silencer.
Besides, we released a book, which is about our typical cases, 7 of which took the prize, and we also applied for utility model patents.
In consolidation stage of November and December in 2018, the detection accuracy rate has increased to 96.25%.
Excellent! Our effect was inspiring.
We have popularized empirical methods in various fields, which has given a lot of support for them. It made considerable contributions to development of partial discharge detection technology.
The summary time in the whole project, we held 25 activities with 97% attendance rate.
We have gone through so many difficulties, and even sometimes cannot go on. But indeed, we all have improved our capabilities.
Yes, we all have greatly improved.
Inspired by this work, we set the following projects as improving the maintenance efficiency of switchgear to make more contributions to the reliable supply of electricity.
In search of excellence,
in pursuit of outperformance,
and QC activities make work simpler, easier, and more enjoyable.
Thanks for your attention. Now, we are ready to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you. 辛苦了.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. May I have your code number, circle code number?
Our code number is CHN037.
I see.
037.
Okay, I see. Well, thank you very much for your beautiful screens and beautiful presentation. Thank you. In my case, no question.
Thank you. Thank you, love it.
Thank you very much from our side. Actually, it is a very nice presentation based on your technical ground, and it is a fully electrical solution. So keep it up. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your awesome presentation. Now I would like to invite CHN038. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Welcome to China.
Please mention your code.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please mention your code.
Yeah, my code number is China 038. Code number is China 038.
Okay.
I see.
Okay?
You may start your presentation. Please start your presentation. You can start.
Okay.
Okay, let's start your presentation.
We are ready to show our presentation video.
gentlemen, nice to meet you. We are Man-Made Rock Quality Control Circle from Xiamen Nuclear Power Plant. I am Wang Jing.
I am Lin Boyang. Firstly, please allow me to briefly introduce our company. Xiamen Nuclear Power Company was established in 2005. It runs the first AP1000 advanced pressurized nuclear power plant in the world.
Our mission is to provide safe and highly efficient energy and create a clean and low-carbon lifestyle.
Today, we are very pleased to present you with our project improving the first pass rate of prefabricated coupled blocks. This is the team overview. We have 8 people from the owner, supervisor, and the constructor. Next, we will make a presentation in 8 chapters. Chapter 1, Project Selection. Wang Jing, how about we introducing different chapters one after another? Lily first.
Okay, first, I would like to introduce the background for the project. This is a planar graph of the northeast embankment with a slope type. A total of 4,388 coupled blocks are used as the armor. Each block weighs about 3 tons. Is an important part of the embankment for the plant land protection and plays a vital role for the plant safety. This is the structural drawing of an coupled blocks. And this is a flowchart of the prefabrication process with a total of 11 processes.
Part 2, Reasons for selecting the topic. According to the company's requirement, the first pass rate of coupled blocks should not be lower than 95%. But actually, the data is only 85.25% at the end of July to the beginning of August 2018, not meeting the requirement. Therefore, through analysis, we selected this topic.
We conducted the activities based on PDCA principles and designated one member as a responsible person for each activities.
Chapter 2, Target Setting. According to the company's requirement, our target is to improve the first pass rate of prefabricated coupled blocks to 95% or higher.
Chapter 3, Target Feasibility Analysis. We mainly made the analysis from 3 aspects. Boyang, now it's your turn.
Okay, as your command. First, let's talk about Feasibility Analysis 1. Inspected the disqualified coupled blocks and made statistical analysis for the defects with the stratification method. The result is shown in the table. The apparent defects account for 93.22%. Then, we made further analysis on these apparent defects with the stratification method again. As seen from the Pareto chart, the bubble issue accounts for 80% of the defective items. Thus, it can be confirmed the bubble issue is crux of low first pass rate, and it is the main problem to solve. Feasibility Analysis 2. We investigated several similar projects in the peers and found that their first pass rates of prefabricated coupled blocks all reached 95%.
Feasibility Analysis 3. Based on the pass rate of the peers, we performed the analysis and the calculation. It's estimated that the first pass rate of coupled blocks could be improved up to 95.25%. To sum up, it was practical to improve its first pass rate to 95% through careful planning and strict control. Chapter 4, Cause Analysis. We conducted a study on the possible cause for the bubble defect with the use of brainstorming method. Through such investigation, in combination with marine engineering knowledge, and draw the cause correlation chart for the generation of bubbles. Finally, we identified 7 terminal factors.
The team analyzed all the terminal factors by confirming the method and the basis act, and arranged personnel to confirm every terminal factor. Next, we will provide details on the verification process of each factor.
Terminal factor 1, concrete vibration time inconsistent with the requirement. We checked the concrete vibration time in the field. It's confirmed that the vibration time was controlled within 20 to 30 seconds per the cord. Our team conducted statistics of the bubble defect generated on the different vibration time. There is no obvious difference of the failure rate on the different vibration time. Therefore, the vibration time has a little impact on the cracks. So this terminal factor is not the root cause.
Terminal factor 2, large freefall head. The team continuously tracked and measured the freefall heads and confirmed no excess than 200 centimeters, which meets the requirements of the code. We collected statistics of the surface bubbles on the occupied blocks under different freefall heads. It shows that the actual freefall head has little impact on the cracks. Therefore, this is not the root cause.
Terminal factor 3, excessive air entraining agent. We checked the concrete mix ratio for air entraining agent in occupied blocks. The concrete composition proportion report shows there is no air entraining agent added in the concrete. So bubbles cannot be caused by air entraining agent, and this is not the root cause.
Terminal factor 4, large form flatness deviation. The team's board checked the form flatness and acceptance record. The steam form flatness deviation was within 2 millimeters, which meets the code. We collected the statistics of surface bubbles of the coupled blocks under different surface flatness on site. It shows that the actual form flatness has little impact on the cracks. Therefore, this is not the root cause.
Terminal factor 5, large concrete slump. The design slump value of concrete is 120 millimeters, plus and minus 20 millimeters. We confirmed that the concrete slump was about 140 millimeters through field survey, reaching the maximum limited value. We conducted different purling tests with concrete slump varied from 100 millimeters to 140 millimeters. Test results showed that different concrete slumps have an obvious impact on the failure rate of bubbles. The large concrete slump has a big impact on the cracks. This factor is one of the root cause.
Terminal factor 6, large layer thickness. Investigation revealed that the layer thickness was not strictly controlled during layered pooling of occupied blocks. We conducted the pooling test in 3 layers, 4 layers, and 5 layers. You can see that different layer thickness has a large impact on the cracks. Therefore, this is one of the root causes.
Terminal factor 7, small thickness of leakage stopper. From site measurement, it's confirmed that the leakage stopper is 5 millimeters thick. It's greater than the width of the joint. The stopper can fill the foam joint, and the foam joint acceptance rate was 100%. No bubble was caused by thickness of leakage stopper, so this is not the root cause. In summary, we identified 2 root causes: the large concrete slump and the large layer thickness.
The root causes are identified. We then needed to develop appropriate solutions.
You are right, Boya. Do you remember what methods we need to develop the solutions?
Of course, I remember that. We held several special meetings by using brainstorming method and 5W1H principles and analyzed the feasibility, effectiveness, economy, and reliability of the options. We developed 2 options for each cause and scored them for comparison. At last, we selected Plan 1, adjust slump by construction measures for cause 1, and Plan 1, pour concrete by horizontal layers for cause 2.
Yes, through comparison, we developed 2 solutions and determined the goals. We also developed methods to ensure the realization of these goals and designed a specific person to implement them. Solution 1. Ensure the casting slab by adjusting the slab of batching plant.
Solution 2. Set reasonable layer thickness.
Methods taken for solution 1 include control the slump, increase the measurement of the slump, provide real-time feedback, adjust the benching slump, transport the concrete in higher frequency and lower value, improve the pooling efficiency. After implementation of solution 1, the goal was achieved.
Measures taken for solution 2 include clearly mark the defined layer thickness, perform acceptance of formwork, conduct new technical training, pour concrete in horizontal layers, sample check the layer thickness. After implementation of solution 2, the goal was achieved.
Chapter 6, Confirmation of Effects. After all solutions were implemented, we checked the acceptance pass rate of the acropod blocks prefabricated and confirmed that the first pass rate reached 96.80%. Target was achieved.
Yeah, and we also collected the statistics. This is a pedestal chart. The calculation shows that more than 90% of the problem has been solved. The crux has been fixed. So, looks like we got it. Give me 5.
Oh, not enough. We made a further summary from quality, schedule, and economic and social benefit. We saved cost $10,000. This is a benefit achievement certificate. Chapter 7, Consolidation. Our team consolidated the effective methods and standardized the methods from air extension, ending inspection, ending standard documents, and improvement of individual skills.
After implementation of consolidation, the first pass rate of acropod blocks prefabricated from October to December 2018 all reached 97%. These charts and data also demonstrated that our measures are effective and stable. After that, we shared findings of this project with peers and made productive contribution. So this time...
Okay.
No. Don't forget the last part, summary and plan forward. We identified the improvements and weaknesses by assessing professional knowledge, management skills, and comprehensive quality. From the grades comparison for the group ability and the working atmosphere, you can tell that the ability of the group is elevated. We deepened friendships, enhanced technical interchange, and vitalized working atmosphere. Through this project, we also harvest closer communication with and common appraisal from our peers. The hard-won findings and approval gained make our delicate work worthy. My teammates must have some thoughts to share with us. I can feel it. Okay, let's hear what they would say about this QC circle.
我们严格按照 PDCA 程序开展活动。活动开始前，对所需解决的问题有了充分的认识，并综合运用分层法、头脑风暴、排列图、关联图分析问题，根据5WEH 的原则制定对策并解决问题。
我们运用 QC 的理论和方法，针对发现的问题，以事实、数据为依据，通过现场测量、实验和调查分析，找出要因，并制定了经济有效的对策和措施，较好地解决了问题。
小组活动过程中，我们在各个环节遇到了很多困难，团队成员相互鼓励、相互帮助，通过团队合作，我们共同解决了困难，提高了团队的凝聚力。
Our achievements of these QC activities has been widely recognized. We selected an activity as the next topic, development of installation toys for the acropod blocks.
And that's all from us. Thank you so much for listening.
Hello, judges. That's our presentation. We are ready to answer questions. Do you have any question?
Well, thank you very much for your good presentation. I want to ask one question for the gentleman, especially for gentlemen. How do you feel your presentation? Maybe you watch your slide. I think you have a very good presentation with well-designed slide. How do you feel watching your presentation, Mr.? Well, how do you feel? Do you hear me? Can you hear me?
We like our presentation video.
How do you feel, especially the gentleman you present your scenario as an actor?
Oh, I'm very proud to show you that.
You are very proud, I see.
I'm happy to be here.
you present a well-designed slide with well-designed slide. And for me, very thank you. Your good presentation. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you from our side. Actually, Management QC Group, thank you very much for a clear presentation. And actually, it is very interesting and enjoying presentation. So thank you very much and keep it up. Thank you. Thank you from our side.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to China.
Right.
Thank you.
Are you present? C039. Actually, Indian রাও তাড়াতাড়ি দিয়ে দিবে কারণ ওরা ভিডিওটা ইয়ে করে তো তাড়াতাড়ি করে দেয় আর চায়নারা কালকেও খুব তাড়াতাড়ি আসছে
স্ট্রিম 9 এ কিন্তু আমরা একদম লাস্ট দিনের সরি আপনারা ইয়ারে ছিলাম শেষ করে দাও এই যে নতুন স্টার্ট হবে না আপনি
পেপারটা নাও স্যার এখন যেটা প্রেজেন্টেশন দিছে এটা দাও
লাস্ট একটু নাম্বারটা চেক করে
জি স্যার অলরেডি একটা
আমার এটা চেক করে দেন
মেসেজ দাও ওদেরকে এই মেসেজটা দিয়ে দাও যে অ্যাভয়েডিং দ্য অ্যাভয়েডিং সেশন উইল স্টার্ট ফ্রম
ওটা তো পরে
কি স্যার বলছিল চলে যাবে না
কালকে ছিল
Excuse me.
Yes.
Can 39 give presentation now? CHNO 39 group circle.
The code number CHN 039. Are you present?
CHNO 39.
Yes. Please start your presentation.
Okay.
Yes, sir. CHN 039, please unmute your microphone and start your presentation, please.
Okay, please wait a minute.
Okay.
Video.
So 96. স্যান্ডউইচ ছিল অ্যাপল ছিল
না
নিয়ে না
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Please start your presentation.
We are 039. CHN 039.
Yes, you can presentation. Start your presentation.
Okay.
Our presentation will shown by a video. Can we start?
Start.
Yes, start.
Okay.
Yeah, start your.
Hello, everyone.
My name is Wu Hao.
My name is Wang Xuxing. The title of our QC report is Improving the Maximum Working Temperature of the Electromagnetic Coil in the Contour Road Drive Mechanism of the HPR 1000. This report will be continued from the 10 parts. Firstly is a brief introduction.
Okay, the Driving Infinite QC Circle was established in 2012. We come from Chengdu, China, the hometown of Panda. At present, our circle has 10 members, and a series of achievements have been obtained. We come from Nuclear Power Institute of China, which is mainly engaged in reactor structure design. The HPR 1000 is advanced third-generation pressurized water reactor. The control rod drive mechanism, which is also called CRDM for short, is the most important device in the reactor. If we compare the reactor as a car, the CRDM is the brake and accelerator. The research object of this subject is the electromagnetic coil of the CRDM. Then, Xuxin will introduce the research content of this subject.
According to the development tree of nuclear reactors, in order to simplify the structure, it's necessary to cancel the cooling system in reactors. Through the internal and external research, we found that the maximum working temperature of the electromagnetic coil of main pressurized water reactor is generally lower than other equipment. So all of them have to be equipped with a cooling system. At present, the maximum working temperature of the electromagnetic coil of HPR 1000 is 220 degrees centigrade. It also cannot be operated normally without a cooling system. Based on this situation, we selected the topic, improving the maximum working temperature of the electromagnetic coil in the contour rod drive mechanism of the HPR 1000. Based on the selected topic, we formulated a detailed plan on the basis of PDCA, which was planned to be completed in 1 year. So what should we do first?
First of all, we need to figure out current status of the electromagnetic coil. It mainly composed with wire, mica, varnish, and skeleton. According to the thermal aging evaluation, the highest temperature resistance of electromagnetic coil is 224.1 degrees centigrade. So we found the key to problem. The maximum working temperature of electromagnetic coil is low.
If the cooling system is cancelled, what's the requirement of the working temperature of the coil?
Good question. We conducted a simulation analysis of temperature for the coil without the cooling system and different conditions. The results shows that the maximum temperature could reach 381 degrees centigrade. So we set the goal of this subject that the maximum working temperature of electromagnetic coil shall be increased from 220 degrees centigrade to 400 degrees centigrade above.
After the goal has been set, we tracked the possible causes from the aspects of personal, machine, material, method, and environment, and finally found 14 possible causes.
Then a true cause confirmation was performed for each possible cause and checked one by one.
Possible cause 1. No professional technical training. By reviewing the relevant documents, they all met the requirements, so it's not true cause. Possible cause 2. Unqualified operator. By reviewing the qualification, they all qualified, so it's not true cause. Possible cause 3. Low quality of personnel. By reviewing the quality assessments, they all met the requirements, so it's not a true cause. Possible cause 4. Non-uniform tension. By testing the tension, we found the value of tension keep constant all through, so it's not a true cause. Possible cause 5. Imperfect porting. By cutting the coil, there's no pores and air could be observed, so it's not a true cause. Possible cause 6. Poorly sealed coil. Through a voltage test for the coil, the test data was low, which had great influence on the coil, so it's true cause. Possible cause 7. Poorly sealed lead wire. Through the same test for the lead wire, the data was low and had great influence on the coil, so it's true cause. Possible cause 8. Low temperature resistance skeleton. The test result shows that the temperature resistance was 350 degrees centigrade, which has great influence on the coil, so it's true cause. Possible cause 9. Low temperature resistance varnish. The test result shows that the temperature resistance was 220 degrees centigrade for the varnish and had great influence on the coil, so it's true cause 2. Possible cause 10. Limited winding measures. By reviewing the relevant documents, the process was complete, so it's not true cause. Possible cause 11. Limited porting temperature control. By reviewing relevant documents, the operation was reasonable and controllable, so it's not true cause. Possible cause 12. Limited insulation test. By reviewing the relevant documents, the process was correct and valid, so it's not true cause to either. Possible cause 13. High environment humidity. The humidity of the environment was tested for 1 week, and we found that the humidity range was stable, so it's not true cause. Possible cause 14. Large temperature fluctuation. The temperature of the environment was also tested for 1 week, and the result shows that it's not true cause either.
Finally, 4 true causes were identified from 14 possible causes. Then a number of countermeasures were carried out for the 4 true causes, according to a comprehensive evaluation from the effectiveness, feasibility, economy, reliability, and timeliness. 4 optimal countermeasures were finally selected. For each countermeasure, we have made detailed arrangement from the aspects of objective, measure, personnel, and else. The following implementation will be strictly performed according to this table. Next, we will introduce the specific.
The first countermeasure, switch to a metal skeleton. We brainstormed and formed 4 different options through comparison and research. The fourth one was selected, which was shown in the picture. After the implementation, the temperature resistance of skeleton was successfully increased from 350 degrees centigrade to 500 degrees centigrade.
The second countermeasure is developing a new varnish with higher temperature resistance. Through the addition of insulating composite, process adjustment, and other methods, the temperature resistance of the varnish was successfully increased from 220 to 465 degrees centigrade.
The third countermeasure, improving the sealing structure of the coil. by adding a steel metal protective cover over the coil and welding with the skeleton, the voltage resistance of the coil was successfully increased from 50 megohms to over 100 megohms.
The fourth countermeasure is improving the sealing structure of the lead wire. Using a metal protective shield to match the ceramic terminals at the same time successfully increased the voltage resistance from 50 to over 100 megohms. Through the implementation of the above countermeasures, the upgraded electromagnetic coil with high working temperature was successfully carried out, as shown in the picture. Still by the way of thermal aging evaluation, the results show that the maximum working temperature of the coil has reached 446 degrees centigrade. As a result, the goal of this QC subject has been successfully reached and exceeded the design margin of 10%. So what can we benefit from the upgraded electromagnetic coil?
From the economic benefits aspect, the subject utilized effective methods to shorten the research time from 3 years to 1 year and is expected to save about $0.3 million. In addition, cancel the cooling system can save about $1.5 million for each reactor. From the social benefits aspect, it's formed a series of patents recognized by experts and improved the reliability of CRDM.
And what measures we have done for consolidation?
We named the upgraded electromagnetic coil as 440 class high temperature resistance electromagnetic coil. For the coil, the relevant drawings and standards were upgraded to finalize the design and can be used directly in other projects. At the same time, the data were uploaded to the platform for sharing.
In this subject, the main contradictions were found through analysis and research, and through material development and structural optimization. The maximum working temperature of the electromagnetic coil of HPR 1000 has been successfully upgraded. In addition to professional breakthroughs, through this subject, the member's horizon was broadened, and the sense of the collective honor was enhanced. No matter quality awareness, analysis ability, or other capacity has improved as well.
In the next subject, we will take reducing the electrical failure rate of the rod position detected as our topic.
As you see, our topic is professional and seems to be far away from our daily life. But the convenient life is benefited from the scientific research of such a group of people.
We expected to be able to apply advanced technology in nuclear power for the continued development of clean energy, also for the green development of tomorrow's life.
That's all of our report. Thank you.
That's all of our presentation.
Well, thank you very much for your good presentation. May I ask one question? Do you have any problems during finish this topic? Any problems? Do you have any problems? And how do you deal with that problems?
Thank you for asking. This question will be answered by my partner.
Yeah, and thank you for your question. And in this project, we should pay more attention to strengthening the communication. And for example, in the first countermeasure implementation. Because of the lack of the communication, the lead wire didn't add the metal shell at the first test, so which made the voltage resistance fail to reach the objective value. But through the communication and confirmation in the following test, we modified the countermeasure, and the voltage resistance of the lead wire was improved finally. Difficulty in our subject. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
I see. Thank you. You mean you had the communication problem, and how you solve that communication problems? Okay. I see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So one question. What was?
Yeah. Thank you for your question. And in our communication implementation, we held a meeting every week for communication, discussing the problems and the process in our subject. And we also carry out individual research and solve the problem together to solve the difficulties and problems we meet in our project. And members or participate and discuss it together. That's all. Thank you.
I see. Thank you.
Is there any timeline for this project? How many days or months were required to complete this project? Or did you use Gantt chart for measuring the progress?
你用了多少天去完成这个课题？We do this subject in one year, actually.
So total, it required 1 year, right?
We have Gantt chart.
After the subject was selected, we formulated a detailed plan, which was planned to be completed in 1 year.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I see.
Thank you very much for nice presentations. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Yeah. Bye bye.